How's it going, Webheads? My name is Ryan Walsh, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 villains for the Obi Wan Kenobi movie. Before we get into the video, guys, as always, I want to ask everybody that is new to my channel, make sure you guys definitely subscribe to Webhead if you guys want more on the Obi Wan Kenobi movie and more speculation videos. I have plenty more coming out on my channel, so make sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications for that. Also, make sure you guys definitely smash that like button if you guys like this video. And as always, make sure you guys comment below and let me know, who do you think is actually going to be the villain in this Obi Wan Kenobi movie? Do you agree with my list? Do you guys think another villain's going to come in? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to hear your opinions about this. But with all that out of the way, let's get into the video, Webheads. Let's start off with number 5. And at my number 5, I think that the Tusken Raiders might be the villain in this movie. Because if we go back to episode 4 and we have old Ben Kenobi, when he first shows up to save Luke, C-3PO, and R2-D2 at the beginning of A New Hope, he's flailing around his arms. He looks like he has experience with the Tusken Raiders. He looks like he actually knows a lot about them and how to scare them away. So that makes me think that he's had a lot of run-ins with the Tusken Raiders and that they could be the new villain for this Obi Wan Kenobi movie. And there's a lot of them, so it would definitely be a formidable adversary for Obi-Wan because he wouldn't be just taking on a couple of them, he'd be taking on a whole lot of them, but of course he wouldn't be exterminating all of them because they show up in episode 4. So I think that they might play a small role, or maybe they play the actual main villain or main antagonist in this and they're taking people away, or maybe they're threatening Luke and his family, so he has to protect them. But that'd be a really cool setup for a movie. At number 4, I have Jabba the Hutt. Now, of course, a lot of people are probably thinking, why the hell would Jabba the Hutt be the villain in this movie? Well, I'm not talking about just Jabba the Hutt. Like, he's not gonna fight Jabba the Hutt, but he could fight off a ton of Jabba's goons, and obviously from what we saw in episode 6, Luke had a tough time fighting off all of Jabba's goons. I mean, he even got captured, so obviously Obi Wan Kenobi would definitely have trouble fighting Jabba and all of his goons, so I think that would definitely be a formidable adversary for him to fight. And of course, they're on Tatooine, and what I'm speculating is that this Obi Wan Kenobi movie is going to happen between episodes 3 and 4, which would land him right in Tatooine, and I think it would just make a lot of sense to have Jabba the Hutt as the villain. At number 3, I have Boba Fett. Now, coming up into my top 3, these are the 3 characters that I think definitely have the most possibility of being the antagonist in this movie. So I'm thinking with Boba Fett, he definitely would be a return for a fan favorite. It was actually rumored that he was going to have his own movie, but I think it'd be even better if they put him in this Obi-Wan movie where he would have to fight off Obi-Wan. I mean, bounty hunters are supposed to be able to kill Jedis, so I think Boba Fett would definitely be a great adversary for Obi-Wan. Also, the Empire knows that Obi-Wan actually is still around, so obviously they want to take out Obi-Wan, they want to take out all of the Jedi, so maybe they hired Boba Fett to go take out Obi-Wan. Maybe that'd be a really good setup for a movie. And even if the Empire doesn't know where Obi Wan Kenobi is, I still think that Boba Fett is definitely the perfect character to go and track him down and take him out. Now at number 2, Darth Maul. Of course, guys, I had to mention Darth Maul in this video. I know a lot of you are like, no, that makes no sense, don't put Darth Maul in this. Actually, it kind of would make sense that Darth Maul would show up in this movie, and I think that Lucasfilm really wants to use Darth Maul again because, in my opinion, it was such a waste to basically kill off Darth Maul in episode 1. I thought that was such a waste. He should have survived and been the Darth Vader for all 3 of the prequel films, in my opinion, but of course that didn't happen. So really going back to the Clone Wars, we actually do see that Darth Maul is still alive, and he actually has been in some of the Rebels episodes. Of course, if you guys watch some of the Rebels episodes, spoiler alert, Obi-Wan and Darth Maul actually fought once again, but Obi-Wan was old Ben Kenobi at the time. But old Ben Kenobi took out Darth Maul, no problem, killed him off. And now, going back into this movie, I think that we could definitely have some fight scenes with Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi where Obi-Wan's still a little bit young, but of course, he's still fighting and he could be fighting Darth Maul. I think that'd be a really cool movie to have. I think he'd be a great villain, a great fit for the movie. And just bringing back Darth Maul, one of my favorite characters, I really want this to happen. It's a little high on the list, and I know it's something that's probably least likely to happen, but of course, me being myself, I really want this to happen, so of course I put this at number 2. But at number 1, at no surprise, I think a lot of people are thinking this character as well, Darth Vader. And I know a lot of people out there are thinking that is the dumbest idea in the world. I personally don't, because what was the big draw from Rogue One? Of course, it was that one scene where Darth Vader is taking out all these stormtroopers, and I think a lot of people want to see Darth Vader back in action, full strength, and I think after episode 3, Obi Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader fight would just hit the spot for fans. I think everybody really wants to see that happen again. And it would still make sense because when Darth Vader is talking to Obi-Wan in episode 4 and they're fighting, he was like, the last time you met me, I was still a learner. Well, he's still learning even when he's Darth Vader. Just because he puts on the suit doesn't mean he instantly becomes a master. No, he's still learning. The Emperor's still teaching him the ways of the dark side. So it could be probably like 5 or 6 years after what happened in episode 3 and they could fight in there. And of course, once again, going back to my Boba Fett theory, Darth Vader and the Empire know that Obi-Wan is alive and they're trying to find him, they're trying to take him out. So obviously, maybe Darth Vader's scouts found him and he wants to take him on alone, or maybe brings the whole Empire, or maybe he hires Boba Fett to go take him out and then Darth Vader comes himself to take him out as well. You could definitely have a duo for the villains as well, where Boba Fett and Darth Vader are taking on Obi-Wan. I think that'd be really cool as well. But of course, I'm really just speculating here. But that was my list for the top 5 villains for the Obi Wan Kenobi movie. Guys, let me know what you guys thought of my list in the comments below. I really want to hear your opinions on this. As always though, make sure you guys definitely smash that like button if you guys like this video, share it to all of your friends, and of course, join me in my quest to gain 10,000 subscribers this year, guys. Subscribe to Webhead, turn on notifications. Thank you guys very much for watching though, I very much appreciate it. Bye-bye. As always, Webheads, if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more, make sure you guys definitely subscribe right over here to Webhead to get plenty more on the Obi Wan Kenobi movie as it is coming out and it's going through production. And make sure you guys turn on notifications for that. Also, make sure you guys definitely check out my social media links in the description below, and then 2 videos below me I think you guys would really, really enjoy. But thank you guys very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Bye-bye.